Okay, coming up in just a moment, we'll have today's Tao Daily Tarot reading for you. But just a little heads up, huh? Okay, here we are entering eclipse season. We're already kind of feeling it, been feeling it for the past week or two, but it officially begins, I think, on the 26th to 27th. We got a Mercury retrograde, a whole bunch of stuff going on. So you are at the point. Since the first of the year, you have been trying to put your life back together. You have been looking for stability, a new stability, a new kind of stability. Well, with the eclipse, you are going to utilize your power, make magic, but you have to make the decision to take your power, to take control of your life. You will do that in the eclipse season, but I'll give you all the details. Great story coming up. Well, hello and welcome to this latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a long-timer, first-timer, cross-watcher, it makes no difference. You are more than welcome here. By the way, please like, subscribe, and if you feel real fortunate, how about share too? Hit that little bell. Thank you very much. That's the stuff that YouTube needs to help support this YouTube effort. All right, this Tao Daily Tarot. Alrighty, that taken care of. Let me explain for the first timers what separates this tarot reading from other tarot readings. First of all, it's an archetypal reading. I take a look at the images on the card, and I use only 8 cards, generally speaking. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10. It depends on how the cards kind of move on any particular day. But for the most part, 8 cards from 4 different decks. Why just 8 cards? Because this is the Tao Daily Tarot. The Tao is the simplest path, the most direct path. More does not mean better. In fact, many times I see people lay out so many cards that by the end of the reading, I'm confused as to what the real message is. So we follow a basic, plain, simple idea. The Tao. 8 cards, 4 decks, generally speaking. I also focus on energies. I don't predict. Predicting puts you in a box. You are looking for certain things, certain people to happen in a certain way. What I do is deal with the energies. This is what all of us live within. It's kind of a frequency soup, right? And so I look at the energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling, things that affect us every single day. Things are always coming, things are always going, things are always pushing, things are always pulling. And this is what kind of moves us through our day. Think of this as an energetic weather report, okay? Is it going to be raining around you? Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be hot? You're going to get snow? You're going to get tornadoes? What will the weather be like where you are? Because these energies circulate around the whole planet. So I do this energetic weather report to tell you what the energetic weather will be. You then apply them to your life. You'll see as we go farther on. I also do something called the hyper shuffle, and I try to get this reading in about a 10-minute time period because you have a busy life. You have things to do, people to see, places to go. Even in the COVID craziness, you still have a life. And so you can squeeze in a 10-minute read, give or take a minute, easily. And that's what I'm trying to do. Give you information that you can use with the frequencies surrounding you and give it to you in a nice, tight, cohesive package. You should have a clear story by the end of the reading. That's what we offer here. Now, I mentioned a moment ago something called the hyper shuffle. How about if I show you? So there you go. There is the hyper shuffle. Let's get to today's Tao Daily Tarot reading. We begin with the Oracle card that is the overall temperature of this energetic weather report, and that is not for you. Sounds kind of negative, but don't read too much into it. Not for you. That's the overall temperature of this energetic weather report. So from there, how about if we move on a little bit? Let's go to the energies of coming and going, and we have the 4 of Wands. Stability. Even an element of domesticity, harmony, partnership. Okay, and with the Wands, there is an element of enthusiasm, joy, happiness, positivity. I believe that's what you are looking for. Many of us actually are looking for this reestablishment of some sort of a solid base, that provides joy, happiness, enthusiasm in our lives. This is kind of the goal, right? The Four of Wands, a great card to start off with. Let's continue now with the coming and going energy, and we go to Temperance. I love this card. Temperance obviously is balance. You can see the one foot on the land, the other foot in the water, meaning emotion, land stability, and of course you got the sunflowers with the sunshine, the positivity. Temperance, really, really good. This probably refers to some sort of a rebalancing in our lives in terms of perspective, in terms of values. That has been going on since the very first of the year. And I believe with eclipse season just around the corner, we have pretty much achieved the balance, the new balance in our lives. And we've done it with temperance, with balance. We go to the energies of pushing and pulling, and we see the moon. Yeah. Isn't it coincidental? I think not. That we are headed into the eclipse season. And we begin in about a week or so with a full moon, full eclipse in Sagittarius. Now, remember, with the moon, you do not have a chance to see everything. It's not like the sun. The sun will illuminate absolutely every nook and cranny around you. You get to see everything with brilliance and technicolor. It's beautiful. But with the moon, you see a lot of shadows. You don't see everything. What does that mean? Well, I think to me it means tuning into your emotions, tuning into your intuition. And people who I have been talking to in the past week or two, since we've had that new moon in Taurus, as I remember, in the last couple of weeks, people have begun to feel, to tune into the frequency of the eclipses. And it's been, in some ways, sort of unsettling. And of course, we also have tossed in during the eclipse season a Mercury retrograde. Saturn will also go retrograde. This eclipse season is going to be powerful, and you need to tune in. The moon, that's what it tells you. If you do, you perform magic. You absolutely perform magic, because since the first of the year, we've had a chance to use all four elements: the pentacles, the swords, the wands, the cups. All that energy we have been harnessing. And in so doing, we have put together a package. Imperfect, for sure, but nevertheless a package. We know what we want our life or lives to be. We know where we want to go. We know what we want to feel. And this eclipse, I believe, will help us perform the magic that we've been working on since the first of the year. You're feeling it right now. You're feeling the sense of overwhelm, and just be ready. It's going to be an interesting ride coming up over the next month or two, maybe even longer. Here we go now to the cards where we magnify. How about the Page of Pentacles? Remember, pages change things. They change direction. Storyline is going in one direction, and then, boop, changes, goes entirely different. It's like a mystery. Right? You think Mr. Hubbard in the kitchen did it with a candlestick or whatever, but no, it turns out that it's Miss Willow. She was the one who did it with a knife. You know, it's those kinds of twists, and that's what the Page of Pentacles is doing for you right now. And in fact, it has to do with what you value. Not simply money. Everybody who reads tarot goes, well, Pentacles, money. Yes, that's a possibility, but it's more something that you value. And I think you may have an adjustment in your values during this eclipse season. So be prepared. I think it's going to be a very positive, very good thing for you. And then the other magnifier card, how about the Nine of Pentacles? Again, sticking with Pentacles, sticking with values. And the Nine of Pentacles, as you know, is independent, happily so. She depends on no one but herself. She's welcome to sharing. She's open to the possibilities of sharing and partnership and that, but she can stand on her own very nicely. Thank you. And that's where you're headed. You are in a place, in many respects, you never expected to be a year ago. And it is just as this eclipse season begins, it is just that kind of thing that gives you your life back. In fact, in the pre-shuffle, we did the vice versa deck because I really like that deck a lot, and we came up with Ten of Swords, meaning this suffering, this difficulty that we've all been facing over the past year or more, come to an end. We decided that's enough. We're going to change our thinking. We're going to change our thoughts. And after the Ten of Swords came the Four of Swords, healing, rest, kind of put everything into a hold position. And I think that's what the eclipse season is going to be. I think at that point we can say, no, we're not done with our life. We're not, we don't stop evolving, but there's a pause because we're going to take charge of our life. Maybe in a small way, but in an important way. Like the Emperor, we are going to step forward. We are going to take charge. We are going to decide where our life is going, how it's going to go to the best of our ability. Alrighty? That's the key. Other people have been telling us how to live our lives. We're taking the authority back for our lives. That's the Emperor. So, when we first looked at the card, Not For You, what that meant was the stuff that you've been going through, evolving over the past year or two, that's not for you. The end result is for you. What you're headed for is for you. But the old way, not for you anymore. What a fabulous read. As we head into the eclipse season, boy, it's going to be an interesting ride. Buckle up. So that's it for today. Please like, share, subscribe. Remember to click that bell. I appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Other than that, we're done for today. I want to see you back tomorrow because you know I do a brand new read just about every single day. Try to get to that. So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to sit down and talk tarot together, which I love, I have one outstanding wish for you. Blessings.